Ham Radio news and updates. Got that coming up next. Bill from Ham Radio Basics here. If you like the content of this video or anything on my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. With that, let's begin. The other night, I hosted Ham Radio Basics Live, and I went ahead and shared what's new in the world of ham radio, several great tips, updates on the ham radio community, and much, much more. So without further ado, let's roll that clip in its entirety. Now, first off, I'm going to go ahead and congratulate Josh, everybody from Ham Radio Crash Course. He just hit 300,000 subscribers, okay? Josh has done everything. He's done it well. He continues to excel at what he's doing, and he's just a great guy, and just he puts a lot of hard work into his channel, and it shows. And Josh, congratulations. That is an awesome accomplishment. And thank you all you do for the ham radio community. I'm sure many of you know Vern Six. And if you don't know Vern Six, you need to know him. He is just one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. Great ham guy, YouTuber, everything. He's having surgery today. So please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Again, it's Vern Six. He was at the meetup down in Alabama in Huntsville and had a great time there. He's just an incredible guy, great ambassador for our hobby, does so much. You can please remember both he and his wife in your prayers, that he can have a complete recovery from this surgery. Now, one of my favorite guys on YouTube, Jason from Ham Radio 2.0, he is up with Kyle, AAOZ, and they are going on, I believe, a 9-state tour to do POTA in all those states. So currently he's been posting where he's at and what he's doing, and it's an interesting adventure, and I'm looking forward to when he comes out with a video for that. Ham Radio Outlet is having a super fest, and it's this Friday and Saturday. Friday from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it's the HRO in Milwaukee. It's a Manufacturers Expo and ARRL Wisconsin State Convention. It's at 5710 Good Hope Road, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And they're giving away a grand prize of an Yaesu FT891D, a $38.99 value. So that's an incredible gift and a prize to win. And if you're in the area, definitely stop by. That sounds like a great place to go. All right, this is Josh came out with a new video on a new 10-meter radio from Radio Oddity called the QT60. And if you get a chance, go ahead and check it out. It's called Ham Radio Technicians Get on 10-meter Parks on the Air, Radio Oddity QT60. So definitely want to check that out. That sounds like a very interesting radio. Well, here came across a very interesting radio. I'd never seen it before. It's called the Mission RGO1, and I believe they are made over in Bulgaria, and they're still currently made. It was very interesting. I saw this post on Facebook, so I went ahead and I brought it over with his picture from Facebook onto Twitter. It looks very fascinating, very, very, very interesting. Again, it's called the Mission RGO1, and it's made over in Bulgaria. If you have not met and watched Airhead Radio Adventures, Jason and Katie, you don't know what you're missing. These guys go out on the weekends. They live up in the Panhandle in Florida near Pensacola, and they share their POTA adventures with us. And if you take a look very carefully at the hat that Jason's wearing, it has Ham Radio Basics on it. And he gave a wonderful shout out to the channel. Jason and Katie, thank you. You guys are doing an outstanding job. And again, it's Airhead's Radio Adventures. They're not on Twitter, but of course, you can find them out on YouTube. Definitely you want to subscribe to them. They have an awful lot of fun. Katie just got her technician license, and Jason got her a Valfunk for a present for that. So congratulations to her. And definitely you want to give them a check their channel out. They do a great job. Like I said, they have a lot of fun. They keep it lighthearted, and it's really great. I think you guys would really enjoy it. Julian, who's an expatriate, lives overseas, did a great video on how to maintain your Chameleon mill whip antenna. and it really basically shows on how to clean it. I think it's a great idea, and he's on Twitter at OH8STN. That's Oscar Hotel 8 Sierra Tango November. So definitely you want to check him out. And he, of course, has his YouTube channel. Here's a great video from ND3N on settings that are hidden deep within the FT891. The Yaesu FT891 is a fantastic radio, but it does have Yaesu's infamous menu structure, and a lot of these things are buried deep in there. And I came across his video. It's Tom ND3N. He does a fantastic job at going through these menus and showing you a lot of these things. So you definitely want to check this out. Now, here's another great one. It's a Yaesu FT891 quick start guide, and it's about 17 minutes long, and it really covers a lot here. I think you guys would really enjoy that. From Ham Radio CQ, you definitely want to go check him out. He does a great job on that. If you haven't watched Walt on Coastal Waves and Wires, you need to. Walt does a fantastic job. He does a lot of his activations or POTAs from the beach. He lives in Virginia, and he uses the salt water, and you ought to see what he does on QRP. He's done a fantastic job with that. He does a great job. Anyway, he did a new video on a tactical Delta Loop beach portable from Chameleon, and you definitely want to go check that out. There's the picture of the tactical Delta Loop from Chameleon. And I want to stop here for a second. You know, I do hear a lot of people talk about how expensive Chameleon antennas are, and Walt had a good discussion about that on this video. And yeah, they are expensive, but these are the kind of antennas that will last you a lifetime. I have the Chameleon MPass 2.0. It is just a solid, well-built antenna with multiple and versatile options. It works very well. I've never had any issues with it. And that's the thing I think Chameleon's known for. They really build a quality product, and they stand behind the quality product as well. And look who we have on the show tonight. We have Airhead's Radio Adventures, Jason and Katie. Thank you for stopping by tonight, guys. Welcome. And thank you again for that wonderful shout out. That was just absolutely awesome. Yes, he also has a G90, Jeff. That is correct. Walt from Coastal Waves and Wires has a G90. Now, one of my other favorite hams is HOA Hand Bob, and he happens to live about an hour away from me here in the Tampa, Florida area. And he just does some incredible videos, especially if you live in a restricted community like I do, an HOA community. He has put together, and he does, and he's really kind of dedicated his channel to that. In this video right here, it's stealth ham radio antenna that the HOA will never find. It's a Chameleon CHA portable. It's a Chameleon CHA portable mast with a CHA hybrid mini and wire, and he does a fantastic job with this. Speaking of someone who knows to get the most out of his antennas, it's Michael Martins, our great friend at KB9 VBR antenna. And Michael's magic carpet, he has just done wonders for that. It's just amazing, his ingenuity and his creativity and being able to get on the air. Just absolutely, positively fantastic. And you definitely want to give a watch to Michael. He does a great job, and he really knows how to get some great antennas out there. He's a great FT891 expert as well. But this antenna with the magic carpet, if you want to call it that, he has really just, wow, it's just something so simple. You could run down to Lowe's and Home Depot and buy this, and it can really make a big difference when you're going out and doing POTA or just going outdoors to get some contacts. I put together a video on ham radio during a hurricane, and a lot of you won't ever have to face ham radio during a hurricane, but I did. And I went through and I put some points together that I think you guys might like. And it really helps. If you live in the state of Florida, these are probably some things that you know about already, but you have to understand, for example, when we put shutters up, our shutters are all aluminum. And because they're all aluminum, guess what, guys? We can't get our antennas to really radios to work inside the house because we have the shutters up and there's really nowhere for the radio waves to go. So we'd have to step outside and hopefully, if the weather's calm enough to do that. But during the hurricane itself, we really can't do that. But I also share some other things during this video too. So you definitely want to go ahead and check that out. Now, here's a great one. It's by Outdoors on the Air. It's the Yaesu FT891. Really a great portable transceiver. And this is a great, honest, straightforward review of the radio. I really, really like it. Really, really, really like it a lot. So yeah, he does a very good job at explaining this, looking at the pros and the cons of that. So definitely, if an 891 is a radio you don't have and you're considering, you definitely want to watch this video. I highly encourage you guys to do that. Now, our good friends over at Coffee and Ham Radio, TO and Ape and everyone else, they now have 3,515 subscribers. So a hearty congratulations to them. Those guys just do a fantastic job. I've been on their show a couple of times. They are just great people. They have a great channel. You definitely want to check them out. Now, also, if you guys don't know, but Steve T.O., he sold his house up in Wisconsin, and he and his wife are on the road, and that's their life right now. So, and he has another channel, and I don't know the name of that basically is geared towards their traveling part of his life right now. So you can probably, I think he has links to it on his regular YouTube channel. So you definitely want to check that out. But again, congratulations to Coffee and Ham Radios. You guys do a fantastic job. Keep up the good work. And anytime you guys want to have me on, I'm always ready to jump on. You guys do a fantastic job. Again, a huge congratulations to you guys for hitting 3515 subscribers. Better FT8 on the FT891 with a DigiRig mobile interface. As I said, Michael is, I'll call him, besides an antenna expert and guru, he is an FT891 guru as well, explaining to you the DigiRig mobile interface for FT8 on the FT891. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate your sharing that. Thank you so much. Now, here we have some great information if you live in an HOA, and this is from ARRL. Get around your homeowners association restrictions by operating portable. John Rhines, KA1 TDQ, shares how to build an HF antenna for portable operations in his October QST article. Look for the digital and print editions coming soon. And I've already gotten that, and it's an excellent article. I would absolutely absolutely recommend that for you guys. He does a great job in that article. Again, along the lines of operating portable in your HOA, that really makes a big world of difference. Now, if you don't know, the Icom ID50A is in stock and shipping at all three of the at DX Engineering, Gigaparts, and Ham Radio Outlet. And I did a video to let people know about this. This was probably a couple of weeks ago, but again, as a reminder, if you're not aware, it's out there and it's ready to go. And it looks like a great HT. It really does. It's not color. It's something, it is, want to call it black and white for lack of a better term, but it has a lot of great features on it. And I think it's at a very reasonable price. So you definitely want to go check it out. And last I know, it was in stock at DX Engineering, Gigaparts, and Ham Radio Outlets. So you definitely want to go ahead and check. Love how this ham gets wire antennas in trees. How I get my wire antennas to the top of my palm tree. I'll tell Evo 2 Pro drone with wireless remote release mechanism. Okay. That's one of the things I'm going to be doing sometime soon with my drone. I need to find a release mechanism for it. And basically what you do is these release mechanisms, you set up one of your function buttons on your controller for your drone to go ahead and it will release the servo or the mechanism and it will drop it. And basically what you do is you tie some paracord up there with a counterweight and you fly up over a branch and then you release that. So the counterweight comes down all the way to the ground and you pull that up. Of course, you have your end-fed half wave up there and boom, you have instant antenna up in the tree. There's no more having a heave-ho up there or use a potato launcher or slingshot or miss about 1,000 times or only get up halfway up the tree. You can get exactly where you want with this. And I'm really looking for, I haven't done it yet, but I'm really looking forward to doing this. This is kind of speaks to my heart right here. Now, this video was kind of a long time coming. I had my 705, and as you know, life happened, and I broke my hand, and it was like forever until I was able to get it back up and running. And sure enough, I was able to finally get my first contact on the 705, which was a long time coming. But I didn't even intend. I was totally. I was recording it, and I wasn't even thinking I was going to make any contacts. It was in the middle of the day, and boom, I get a contact, and I was surprised. I was on 10. I was doing 10 watts. I was running it on a Bioenno, and I was running it through a rig runner. And I got a review coming up on a rig runner that you guys need to check out. It'll probably be out in the next week or so. But it was fantastic. And again, there's nothing like portable operation, and that's what it was for me. Totally unexpected, like I said, because I didn't think the bands they didn't show like they were in good conditions that day, but I was able to get through. Very, very, very pleased with. Now, look what came in the mail the other day. Yeah, just talked about that. The latest issue of QST. I hope you guys get hard copies of these. You can look at past issues digitally, which is nice. But I always kind of like to have the hard copy in my hands. All right, here's some great news. If many of you know, and quite a few of you used Hamtest Online to study for your exams. I did. I used that to study for all 3 of my exams. They were great. They rotated the question pool. It was fantastic. It helped me prepare well. I think when I did my amateur extra, I think I only missed 3 questions on it. I was more than pleased with that. Jeff, there's a question here. Does the drone handle the weight loss well? It's not a lot of gain in it. Yeah, it does, Jeff. There's really not. It's really kind of negligible as long as it's like, as long as you're probably under a pound, you'll do fine. I know a lot of guys have pulled water bottles up, 16 ounces of water. Usually those weights, that you tie on there, those throw weights, probably maybe about 8 to 16 ounces. Probably not more than that. They may measure them in grams, but yeah, that's a good question, Jeff. Thanks for sharing that. But yeah, the Hamtest Online, it looked like owner of it had it up for sale, and it looks like he has found somebody to purchase it and to keep it continuing. And this is excellent news for the ham radio community. I know a lot of people use ham prep, which is fantastic, and I've given away several gift certificates for this. But the Hamtest Online is, I think, absolutely fantastic. They do a great job. It's something I highly recommend. This is great news for the ham radio community because it gives you another option in terms of how you study for your test. ARRL has a lot to offer ham radio enthusiasts. Check out the informative video. I passed my ham radio exam. Now what? Part 1, ARRL. This was one of my first videos that I put out on the channel, and it really shows a lot of the benefits of ARRL. And I know probably all you guys here are probably have it, but it really goes into some detail to some of the benefits that a lot of people don't know about. And one of them that I didn't know about for a couple of years was they offer insurance for your equipment. And I went out and I purchased insurance for my equipment. It's a very reasonable rate. You can add and drop things anytime. Of course, additional premium, or they'll take away premium if you take things off. But yeah, ARRL is something, it's our advocate for us. And I want to share some very big news. I just put out this video today, and I'm not going to, obviously, I'd like you guys to watch the video, but the Icom IC7100 is making a comeback. So definitely get out there, watch this video. It gives all the details on this. Our good friend Mike, K8MRD, he's changed the name of his channel. If you've been looking for him and haven't found him, that's right. And if you're subscribed to him, it's now called Ham Radio Tube. And Mike, you did a great job with this name. It is just awesome. Great job. Congratulations on that. And congratulations on a great job you do. You do a fantastic job on your channel. You explain things well. You really, you run the gambit on things. Kudos to you. Again, great job. Congratulations on the name change. I really like it. I think it's great. I think it's very fitting and very appropriate. If you have something those you guys that are watching right now, you want to share on this segment that I'm going to be probably doing a lot more of, and it may be a permanent thing on the channel here. Email hamradiobasics@gmail.com, and I will get it out there on the channel. A lot of stuff, a lot of the materials that you saw came from Twitter. It was out there. And what I do a lot of times, if I find some things from Facebook, I also drop the Facebook link out there as well. If you're not on Twitter, I would highly recommend you guys getting on Twitter. And again, I'm out on all social media. Okay, you can find me out on I'm out on Twitter. I have a Ham Radio Basics Facebook group. I have a Ham Radio Basics Facebook page. I'm also out on Instagram as well on Ham Radio Basics, and of course the channel on YouTube. So definitely you want to check that out. But again, if you have some content you want to feature on this segment on Ham Radio News and Updates, email me at hamradiobasics@gmail.com. I'll be sure to get it on that next week's episode, and make sure you put all your information on there and anything I need to know to be able to talk about it, because I'd like to share it. Question of the day: what did you think of Ham Radio News and Updates for 9/20/2023? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, it's a great day to make a QSO. 7 threes, everyone.